You're considering a cosmetic dental procedure, but you don't know what questions to ask your dentist. I'm Dr. Scott Young. I'm a cosmetic dentist in the Woodlands, Texas, and I'm going to go over the top 5 questions that you have to ask your dentist when considering cosmetic dentistry. Number 1, how much experience do you have in doing porcelain veneers? That is so crucially important. There's no substitute for experience when it comes to cosmetic cases. We are dealing with intricate details. Cosmetic dentistry is something that's not taught in dental school, and so you really need to make sure that your dentist has gone after they've graduated from dental school and gone to an accredited continuing education program. There are several out there. Some are the Las Vegas Institute for Advanced Dental Studies. That's where I did all my training. I love it. Doctors from all over the world go there and learn to do cosmetic dentistry. There are also others, the Spear Institute, the Pankey Institute, and several others. But it's important that every dentist goes somewhere and learns to do this dentistry properly. So make sure that you ask that question. And the second part of that is to make sure that your dentist is able to show you a substantial amount of before and afters that they've done. That really is the only way to know if they've done a lot of the procedure. So make sure that you look for a lot of before and after cases on their website, on Instagram, or in their office. Number 2, ask your dentist what materials they use to place their porcelain veneers. Super important question. Why? Because there is an array of materials that could be used when fabricating and placing porcelain veneers. In our practice, we only use a material called Emax. Why do we use that material? It is extremely durable, so very, very strong, and it's amazingly aesthetic. And so you get both strength and aesthetics with this material. I've been using it for 15 years. I would never use anything else for my porcelain veneers. But there are other materials out there that dentists may use that I just don't think are as strong or as aesthetic. And so for those reasons, you want to ask your doctor, what materials are they using? Number 3, what is the maintenance like with my porcelain veneers once I have them bonded in? Super important question, right? You're gonna make the investment to do porcelain veneers, you need to know how to take care of them. So make sure you ask your dentist that question. Maintenance of these porcelain veneers is really no different than your natural teeth. We want you using an ultrasonic toothbrush, super important. My favorite is the Sonicare. There are others, Oral-B is another good one, but I always prefer Sonicare. Also, you're gonna floss them just like you would your normal teeth, and you wanna use some type of mouth rinse daily. I prefer to use a mouth rinse called Closest. I think it works great. It's alcohol-free, which is super important. So those are the things that you need to do to maintain your porcelain veneers, but always ask your dentist that and make sure they go over that with you. Number 4, how much control do I have in determining what my final veneers are gonna look like, okay? This is an important question, and every dentist is going to give you a different answer on this. I'll tell you my feelings on this. I am a very experienced cosmetic dentist. I've been doing this now for 25 years, and I've done over 25,000 porcelain veneers in my career. And so I know and I have a vision of what's going to look great on my patients. And so I do want to hear from the patients what their aspirations are, especially things like color. Some want to go very, very white, some want to stay natural. So I always want to hear from the patients on color, and I definitely want to hear a little bit on shape. But I do not want, or I do not really let my patients dictate exactly what their veneers are going to look like. That's what they're paying me to do. That's my job. That's my expertise. And so I tell the patients, listen, I want to hear these few things, and then from there, I need you to relinquish control and let me do what I'm good at. And so I think that's very important for you to ask your dentist, because if they give the patient all the control, then my guess is they probably don't have a lot of experience doing this. So they want to listen to you, they want to hear what you have to say, but at the end of the day, you're paying them, let them do their job, and your case will turn out fantastic. Number 5, and one of the most important, is you need to ask your dentist, am I going to be able to see what my veneers are going to look like before they're bonded in? Super important question, and I think it's crucially important that you have the opportunity to do that. How do we do that? We do what's called a mock wax up. And what is a wax up? That is where we take impressions, or we actually take digital scans now of your existing teeth. So what they look like when you walk in the office. And I send those digital scans to my laboratory. They print them up on a 3D printer, and they have a model like this. Then they will go in and wax up all the imperfections of your existing teeth and make it look the way that we want it to look in the end. I'm then going to take that model, and when you come in to have the preparation done of your teeth and for me to make your temporaries, I'm going to use that model to make your temporaries. So you're going to be able to see exactly what I envision your case to look like in your temporaries. And you actually get to wear that for a week or so before we have to make the final decision on length, color, and shape. So you get to see what your veneers are going to look like. Crucially important, not every office does a mock wax up, and I think it's one of the most important details in a cosmetic case to make sure that the doctor and the patient are on the same page and that you get exactly what you're looking for in your final result. Hey guys, hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a like, give it a comment below, and let me know what you'd like to see in the future.